families, it's great to be here today for Families Matter, St. Lucie Public Schools Parenting Guide. We are excited to be your hosts. My name is Rebecca Benton. I'm a life skills parent educator with Student Services.
Hi again. I'm DeJohn Jackson, Family and Community Outreach Administrator on special assignment for St. Lucie Public Schools. The focus of our show today is to spotlight a subject near and dear to my heart, student services. We are fortunate to have a resident expert here that knows a thing or two about collaboration within departments to have the best outcome for students and the services that we offer.
The purpose of Families Matter St. Lucie Public Schools Parenting Guide is to give parents and families information about the resources found within our local community. The resources shared could be in the form of people connected to St. Lucie Public Schools, like school counselors, district support personnel, or educators on your child's campus. Or the resources could be found on our St. Lucie Public School website. And it could be in the form of local community agencies that help your child achieve success. You play a pivotal role in the life of your child and children. And as always, our aim is to support you. We are so excited, and I'm very excited, to discuss the amazing Student Services Division within St. Lucie Public Schools, my department.
Yes, I was about to say, Rebecca, why are you so excited? But we want to introduce our very special guest, Miss Esther Rivera, a school and district leader within St. Lucie Public Schools. We are so excited to have you, Esther. Can you share with our audience just a little bit about yourself? It could be the educational background, what brought you here, how you're helping support all of the students and families in St. Lucie.
Thank you, DeJohn. Thank you, Rebecca, for having me on the show. Good morning. I am Esther Rivera, and I am the Director of Student Services. I have been working in the educational field for close to 20 years.
You don't look a day over 21.
Impossible.
Yes.
I began as a high school English teacher, and then as an assistant principal, I worked at an ESC therapeutic day school and then the largest high school in my previous county. I then became an elementary and high school principal prior to my role here in St. Lucie Public Schools.
Now, Esther is extra special to me because, well, she's my amazing boss, and she also goes along with any crazy idea. And her leadership is just unmatched.
Thank you.
So, Esther, let's dive right in. What exactly is Student Services that you lead so well?
Student Services is exactly what it sounds like. It's all about students. My department helps students become successful in school, whether it's helping students with their behavior, addressing students' mental health needs, or helping them close gaps in learning while undergoing evaluation to determine if they may have a disability.
Now, our division is huge and covers so many different aspects of support for students and families, including a wide variety of amazing professionals and educators. So we're going to get started with some of my favorite school social workers. Now, what do they do?
Our school social workers, they do so much, but they're an essential part of how we support students and families. They work directly with schools to help remove barriers that may impact a child's learning, attendance, or overall well-being. One of their major responsibilities is helping families improve school attendance. This can include reaching out when students begin to accumulate unexcused absences, joining problem-solving team meetings with families, and even conducting home visits to identify any challenges that might be affecting attendance. School social workers also provide counseling and crisis support. They help students who may be struggling emotionally or socially and make referrals to outside community agencies when families need additional support. They are a key part of our school-based mental health teams, working alongside counselors, psychologists, and school-based mental health professionals to make sure students get the right services at the right time. Most importantly, our social workers serve as a bridge between home, school, and the community. Whether it's connecting families to local resources, offering short-term counseling, or helping with complex needs, they are there to support the whole child so students can thrive.
They are amazing. They are the bridge builders
Yes, they are.
in the school and also in the district. And social workers are instrumental in supporting students and families in wraparound care. Student Services also have mental health counselors. Tell us a little bit more about their role on the school campus.
Sure, our school-based mental health counselors provide focused emotional and behavioral support to help students feel safe, connected, and ready to learn. Their counseling is typically short-term and goal-oriented, designed to address specific needs such as anxiety, coping skills. self-regulation or social emotional challenges that students may be experiencing. They work as part of each school's mental health teams, which includes, again, counselors, social workers, psychologists, and administrators, to decide which type of support is the best for each student. Depending on the level of need, mental health counselors may meet with students individually or in groups. When students require more intense or ongoing support, they help coordinate referrals to community mental health agencies and assist families through the intake process. They are also trained to respond after a crisis, providing support to students and staff on helping the school community process difficult events. Overall, our mental health counselors play a vital role in supporting the whole child by addressing emotional and behavioral needs so students can continue to grow, learn, and succeed.
You know, while I was on the school campus as a school leader, the mental health counselors and the social workers played such a critical role on our campus. And it wasn't just the days that they were there, they became part of our family.
absolutely.
And when something came up, whether it was a crisis or a celebration, they were right there alongside, shoulder to shoulder, building that bridge, but also establishing great relationships.
Absolutely.
So that if students had a need, they could go to Miss So-and-so to be able to talk things out. Or if they needed a quiet, calming moment, they knew that this person was in their corner. So
Absolutely.
your division and student services really makes a huge impact on our school. So with that, there's mental health and counseling services. With tiered mental health counseling and crisis response services, what are available for elementary, which I'm familiar with, middle, and high school?
Thank you for that question. It's a really great question for our parents to be able to know. We use a 3-tier system to support students' mental health at each grade level. Tier 1 encompasses all students, and they get school-wide support like classroom lessons on coping skills, behavior expectations, and some of that learning to help them with their social skills. Tier 2 encompasses students who just need a little more help, which we could provide opportunities for them to join small groups that focuses on things like anxiety, social skills, or behavioral support. Tier 3 encompasses students who might have more significant needs. These students may receive individual counseling or crisis support, and when necessary are referred for more intensive mental health services through our mental health collaborative. Across elementary, middle, and high schools, this system helps make sure every student gets the right level of care at the right time.
And if you're looking for more support for your child's mental health, we have a whole show from Families Matter dedicated to just that topic. Be sure to check it out.
Now, Student Services also has a fantastic program specialist who supports elementary school counselors. Can you tell us more?
Our district program specialist for school counseling is Kate Bradley, and she supports elementary school counselors by providing training, resources, and guidance to help them do their jobs effectively. She leads monthly meetings, offers one-on-one support, assists with Section 504 and MTSS processes, and serves as that go-to contact between counselors and the district whenever there's a need for students or for procedures, district procedures. She also visits schools and collaborates with administrators to ensure counselors have the tools and supports they need.
Now, school counselors also facilitate Section 504. Section 504, what is that? So I have a 3-part question. I have to make sure I don't have multiple questions.
Yes, we're gonna
That's
hit
the
you with it.
educator in me. So first, how does St. Lucie Public Schools approach identification and evaluation for Section 504? Next, what are the typical accommodations that occur with Section 504? And finally, what rights and responsibilities should parents and families understand throughout this entire process?
Such great questions and such great knowledge for our parents. So St. Lucie Public Schools identifies students for Section 504 by gathering data to see whether disability substantially limits a major life activity using observations, work samples, interviews, and medical information as needed. If eligible, the team then creates a 504 plan with accommodations like movement breaks, calming areas, or access to a safe person. Parents receive notice, their procedure rights, and can give input throughout the process. For medical 504s, the process is similar, but the team closely reviews medical documentation to understand how a health condition such as diabetes, epilepsy, asthma can impact the student's daily functioning. Medical staff are included in these meetings, and when needed, a plan may include accommodations such as access to medication, health monitoring, or permission for snacks, hydration, or rest breaks.
Now, this sounds like a lot, right? And with a Section 504, there are times that it's timely. And what I mean by that is I would work in a elementary school, middle school, K-8, and sometimes broken arms happen, right? And you're like, okay, now what as a parent, as a mom? Now what? What do I do? So if that occurs, when you mention the Section 504 for medical, this is the time that you might reach out to the resident experts on the campus or to our Student Services Division and seek some help, guidance with that whole process. You mentioned 3 things like diabetes, epilepsy, but also for those temporary situations that do come up.
Yeah, sometimes transportation needs. If you have a broken leg and you need to get on a bus, how are you going to do that? Section 504 temporary medical plans will help with facilitate that.
That's important to know.
Yeah, and always reach out to your school, and they'll be able to direct you to the right person. So we have covered a lot of people so far, but we haven't gotten to everyone in student services. So we have 2 amazing behavior program specialists. Esther, what do they do, and how do they support students?
So the district, St. Lucie Public Schools Student Services Department, has 2 behavior program specialists. They support students by helping schools put in effective behavior systems in place and by assisting staff when behavior challenges arise. They provide professional development, coach teachers on proactive behavior strategies, and help teams determine whether behavior should be handled in the classroom or through office-managed interventions. They also support MTSS, which again, MTSS is that tiered system 1, 2, and 3 behaviors by guiding schools through those interventions.
So this work supports PBIS. And no, I'm not talking about the public broadcasting system, but this work supports PBIS. Can you break down what that acronym means? And in our educational universe, how do our teachers, support staff, parents, students all interact with PBIS?
Sure. So PBIS, we'll start with just the acronym. It just means Positive Behavior Interventions and Supports. It's providing positive ways for students to attain positive behavior in schools and in classrooms.
And so what are some ways that schools implement and can work with these practices to reinforce this behavior at home?
PBIS at St. Lucie Public Schools, again, is a district-wide system where every school teaches clear behaviors, expectations, and reinforces positive choices. Schools can create their own PBIS plans, teach routines, and celebrate students for meeting expectations. Families can support the same topic at home by using the same language and expectations. Things like be respectful, be responsible, and be safe to create consistency between home and school.
You know, on a school campus, when you walk in, many of the campuses, they might have their SOAR expectations. And when students are on the morning show, you can tell the elementary in me is coming out. They repeat those expectations so that students, it becomes ingrained in the common language. And the kids might repeat that at home as well. And parents might hear that and say, well, what does that look like when you're showing responsibility? Does that mean you're making up your bed when you get up in the morning? Does that mean that you're brushing your teeth with those routines? So that's a way that parents and families can support these expectations. That's what it looks like. So students who are in school can not only learn academics, but also connect with others. Chronic absences affect learning and well-being. Esther, what proactive support and family and school interventions does the Student Services Division provide to support and improve daily attendance?
Student Services improves attendance by reaching out early when absences begin, joining problem-solving team meetings with families, and conducting home visits to determine and identify any barriers that parents and families may be having or experiencing. Schools also use positive incentives like attendance challenges, celebrations, and rewards to encourage students to show up to school every day.
And we want to take a moment to spotlight a few schools who are just champions of attendance. First being Fairlawn Elementary.
Yes.
Hosted their first ever attendance war. The grades with the highest daily attendance rate over a set week earns an ice cream and pajama party. What a combo.
Yes.
And first and fourth grade won. Now, St. Lucie Elementary also hosted an attend dance.
Get it?
Dance. And it was a glow party too. Again, another great combo. For students who attended on an early dismissal day, crucial learning takes place every day, including early dismissal days.
What? You have to come to school on early dismissal days?
And all those days are very important to our
That's
learning.
right. And Palm Point K through 8 also had a great attendance incentive for students. They called it Pop On Over to School. And the class with the highest daily attendance got a popsicle party. What a sweet reward.
I would go to school for a popsicle, for sure.
Yes.
Now, showing up to school isn't limited to our brick and mortar schools. Mosaic Digital Academy utilizes a variety of PBIS and attendance initiatives for students to be engaged and present. They ran a campaign focused on be present, be powerful, be virtually amazing. And their students created virtual PSAs to promote positive attendance habits. Check out some of them now.
Hey, Mrs. Schwenger, what are some ways you see our students stay engaged, empowered, and connected?
Well, Miss Memnall, let's hear from the students themselves about how they shine.
Remove your distractions by turning off your TV, games, and other stuff.
Hats off. Quiet workspace.
Ready to focus.
I'm in class. Okay, go play.
Be on time. Log in 5 minutes early.
Packets, pencils, and positive attitudes.
Ready to learn.
Don't forget, cameras on. Make sure you review. I got it.
Be powerful.
Participate in class.
Ask questions.
I have a question.
Let your teacher know when you don't understand.
Make sure you get your work done on time. Always try your best.
Be
virtually
amazing.
You already are.
Wait, I'm amazing? Yeah, just express yourself. Explain your thinking.
Share your creativity.
Just be yourself.
Mosaic also recognizes students with perfect attendance at their in-person meetups with certificates. And their amazing principal sends them letters the old-fashioned way, snail mail.
How wonderful.
This encourages all of their positive work.
We want to remind families that communication is so important. Please reach out to your child's teacher if you have questions about any of the topics that we've gone over today. They will direct you to the best person and resource for support. Checking folders, emails, Class Dojo, Teams, Canvas, and Skyward Family Access. I know the list is long, but we have gone over them on our show.
Yes, we have.
So look back. Are all great ways to communicate with your child's school.
Now, the Student Services Division is here to meet your family's needs. Esther, just remind us of all of the important services that you mentioned, not just here, but that we see on a daily basis that the Student Services Division provides.
Sure, our Student Services Division offers so many essential supports for families, from attendance and behavioral help to mental health services, File 4 coordination, bullying prevention, and PBIS. We're here to make sure every child feels supported, connected, and set up for success.
Well, Esther, thank you so much for being here with us today. You, again, have just shared so much wonderful information for families. And as always, the information shared in today's show will be shared on our St. Lucie Public School website. We've given you a ton of information today, families, and we hope you learned more about our Student Services Division within St. Lucie Public Schools. And if you find yourself in need of more help, please reach out. Our aim is to be the guide on the side for the many resources found within our community.
Once again, Rebecca, we have had a great show.
Always is.
We want to say a very special thank you to our expert, Esther Rivera. Amazing. You are born for TV. You are. And families, if you have missed any of our shows, please tune in to the WLX Horizon app to watch it, catch up, and feel connected. Check out St. Lucie Public Schools social media outlets for our home or our homepage for our next show. Next month, we are dedicating our show to, drum roll please, the arts within St. Lucie Public Schools. Get it? Arts.
We got it.
Remember, all families matter in St. Lucie Public Schools.